Hello, and welcome to this I think it's going to be a really cool build. We've had some technical difficulties, so I'm expecting potentially to have a few more. I'm just going to do two things, one of which is test the live chat. Yep, that is working. And then two, I'm going to test if the camera's working. So let's have a look. That is looking good. Absolute nightmare of trying to have a GoPro linked with a was it DSLR, which is linked to your computer in order to take lots of pictures. Right, today's build is something awesome. Something I just picked up. I'm really annoyed I couldn't get it on day one because it's sold out in the local Lego store. But this is the UCS X-Wing from 2023. 1,949 pieces. I am not going to get through this tonight because I have work in the morning. But I'm going to try and build the minifigure and the base. I was planning a 2-hour stream. I've had loads of technical difficulties, so it'll probably be about an hour. Hopefully we'll do one back. Let's just see how far we get. Without any further ado, what you can see here is what my camera sees. Now this, I'm not going to lie, is in a very slow frames per second, so it will be jittery. Apologies about that. There's literally nothing I can do really because I'm controlling the camera. If you see, I pushed the spacebar. No, I don't. I have to have it on the actual program. I push the spacebar and it takes a photo. So I am also, because I won't be able to see, there we go. I'm going to pop this up on here so I can see the chat. And feel free to talk along with me. Now, I'm just going to switch to the GoPro. I should have put two screens on. Now the GoPro might cut out at some point. If it does, I'll try and get it back. So with this set, I'm totally looking at the wrong camera. With this set, we got three very cool extras. Firstly, the Micro X-Wing, which I think looks absolutely awesome. I can't wait to build that one. And just actually have that on display. For a small build, that looks really good. The Death Star, which I've seen a lot of these going online, sort of 35 to 40 pounds. It is tempting to sell it, but I want to build this in stop motion. I've seen a couple of other people doing it. I've seen some hidden extras in it, so that one will be getting built soon as well. In fact, I'm tempted to do that tonight. I want to start the UCS. Oh, it's it's debatable. And then the collectible coin, which is in here, and that's just a collectible Death Star plans and a collectible coin. Again, I'm not massively into collectibles, as he has 1,000 different Lego sets. But that is really quite cool. There's a little thing that came with it. So anyway, without any further ado, let's put those ones out the way. Because today we're going to open the Starfighter itself. Now, what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? I'm going to put the GoPro up on top of this camera. Apologies, you're seeing my whole room. My room, it's a spare room. Here we go. So, I'm going to pop that there. I am just going to hide the chat for a minute. And then I'm going to open it. Oh, you can see we've got a multiverse of streams. Let's pop that up there for now. Like I said, if you do want to chat along, do. Apologies in advance. This is probably going to be a bit of a boring build. So feel free to ask me any questions if you're watching live or if you're watching after the event. Please ask away because it makes it more interesting, not just for you, but for me as well. I'm just also going to get myself something to sit on. Now, if you haven't already, don't leave this video, but once you've finished watching me and you've got bored, please go and watch my latest video, Lego Western. Don't know what to call it. My Lego Western video. That's probably about right. The Bandit, it's called. It's my first Lego Western video that I have published. I did do one before, about 3 years ago, as a stop motion, and that came out really well. But I've never published it. Just put down new paper. I'm hoping we don't see the lines on the actual camera, but we'll see. Now this thing looks awesome. I've seen a few pictures on Facebook and whatever of different people building it, and it looks, the bits they're showing look really good. Obviously it's not minifigure scale, it is a bit bigger because it's a UCS set. Lots of complaints about the R2 unit being too small, yet a 4-stud R2 unit dome, which is available at a ridiculous price, is too big. So everyone's saying it should be a free wide stud R2 unit, and that is a big complaint. But for me, I'm not overly bothered because I think it's the ship that makes the thing. Back of the box looks wicked. Let's just say that at least to start with, doesn't it? Obviously, nice little prints of parts of the ship. Get a good display of it. And today we're going to try and build this section and Luke, because I'm thinking for a lot of my build, I'm going to try and have it sat on here. So the thing is, when you build stop motion, it's difficult a lot of the time to build different parts, and actually it's easier sometimes to build in reverse. I might well do that if this video doesn't come out very well. Also, what I'm going to try and do is something a bit different today. So if you're ever watching my normal stop motion builds, they generally start, you see the first brick and it comes up and up and up and builds away. I might change angles and do a lot of different things today. I might even add in some like building effects on my fingers. I haven't quite got a plan, but I'm sort of thinking this is a very big set. I'd like it to be something a bit special. So we'll see. See how I've looked through the manual online. I've tried to work out what I'm going to do, and I haven't worked it out. So let's build. You can open this one from either side and still close it. That's got a closey bit, as has that. But anyway, without further ado, let's crack this one open. Very nice box, I must say. Now I'm wondering, obviously I've seen the instructions online, but I haven't actually seen any pictures of the actual instructions. So I'm wondering, are they the new paper-saving Lego instructions, or is this something new? So, first glance, no boxes inside. We're not in paper bags yet. Apologies if this is very, very noisy. Booklets in a nice cardboard, I can't even think, cardboard envelope. We shall take a look at that in a minute. I haven't checked to see how many bags there are. Oh, cockpit piece. I should put that up here. Cockpit piece is loose. Just gonna look at that. Mine's really dusty. Jesus. Oh. Right. So there's bag 1. We're not starting with bag 1. I know that because I've looked. We're starting with bag 5 for 2 reasons. 1, Luke Skywalker's in there. 2, I want to place the... What am I trying to say here? I want to place the X-Wing on there as I build it. So, I'm not going to get them all out. There's a lot of bags that you can look up online, see how many bags there are, and you'll find out. And we're going to see in this how many cool different pieces there are to build. But first, just get the base done. And the box out of the bay. Actually, you know what? I might leave the GoPro here for you all to see what I'm building, rather than my ugly face for once. Let me know how it seems. Right. Also, if there is any issues with the audio or anything like that, let me know. I normally put that up there, but that'll be fine today. Right, let's bring back up the chat. If you are watching, please, let's stop recording as well. So I just recorded a little video there as well of the box opening, because that's always useful if I want to put it on YouTube. Lego main. So here we go. So main view is the camera. Secondary view is the GoPro, which is on top. that gives you a bit more visibility of what's actually going on, and that will be at the full frames per second. If you think I should switch these around, let me know. I'm not sure I'm quite prepared for that today, but right, let's do. This could be an issue. It blocks me from getting to the zoom lens. Okay, so if I need to zoom, we will be changing the camera. Let's just do a test shot. That is looking very yellow in my opinion. I need to get to the live view. Right, apologies if this affects the view. No, that is horrendous. What have we got wrong here today? So last time I was building. Wow, hope that didn't make you feel sick. Let's just have my face for a minute while we do this. Last time I was building, I was actually building minifigures. So I was doing the Millennium Falcon, the UCS Falcon minifigures, because I want to put those out as a video, of course. There we go. Oh, white balance is awful on this. So there's always a lot of play getting everything correct with this, like the white balance, the ISO, everything. So I want that a bit darker. I'm just going to actually use the camera. I'm going to have a look at how that actually came out. Why have I not got enough light? I know why. So a lot of the time I try to leave my settings well alone, not mess with too much. Right, where is Princess Leia? So, another issue that we always have with any stop motion is anything white and you're trying to build on a white background, looks terrible. So here is Princess Leia because she is white. And actually, look at the photos, that is coming out really quite well. The only thing I don't like is I have a tiny bit of edging. Let's just try that one. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to move it up a bit, point that down a bit. And that's pretty good. We've got a lot of space to build in. That's the only issue. I really should have got this stuck down better. Apologies, this is a lesson on how to set right now, how to set up your studio ready for stop motion. I really want to get a lot wider. Let's have a look. This is going to look awful, I think. Yeah. So let's start off with bag 5. Here we go. I know what I'm doing now. I need to get a different attachment for this. The GoPro one, right, here we go. Let's see how that looks. That looks really cool. So Princess Leia can go back over here for a bit. And bag 5, it's going to be opened. beauty of this one is it's all black, so actually it won't matter too much if I do over brighten it slightly, other than R2-D2. So not too many parts in here. A few little extras, lightsabers as always, spares. I'll push this all over here. Now what I'm going to do actually is, when I start building the full build. Oh, I've just lost Luke Skywalker's head. That is such a good start. Right, sorry, I'll be 1 moment. I can see it. It's gone on the back of the desk. Enjoy the sounds of me struggling to get under here. There we go. Luke's head. Right, what we're going to do is build it. So all my videos normally start with a minifigure build. So let's get Luke on here. Now I don't think there's very many of you watching tonight, so I was going to suggest what I should do, but that would be silly. So now, if you can't tell, the camera is rather far away from the build, and I've just zoomed in a hell of a lot. You know what, tonight might just be the minifigure. I'm tempted to actually build this ship and then take it apart and make that into a stop motion. Just going to place the GoPro down for a minute. You can marvel at my western set in the background. Created for a stop motion for a competition, actually. Interestingly. How does that look? Let's take a picture. Do I want to delete this? Yeah, why not? I don't need that file. Right, other than being really bloody wonky, what is wonky here? Is it my tripod? Or is it this? It's probably this. That's a bit better. What do we think? I'm not sure the background is bright enough, you know. That's better. That looks nice. So essentially I had a bit too much just try it one. You know what? I'm gonna do change two things. Lower the appendages like there. But then up the ISO. And we'll lower that slightly. Nope, overweight. I think that looks nice. It can be really hard to get these minifigures correct sometimes. Right, apologies, you've been looking down the side here. I should have put this camera back up. Right, I'm hoping this doesn't cause too much wobble. You know what, I'm going to get a secondary tripod. Let's just have a look, see what that looks like. Oh, the live view is completely frozen. Apologies. I was not aware. I'm so tempted to switch these two. Right, if I get the GoPro, if I change its lens to linear, you can see a lot more of what's going on. If I change its lens to narrow, even better. Unfortunately, it is a bit high, but I don't think there's much I can do about that, really. Let's try. Again, apologies, I'm trying a lot out tonight. You can see. Right, where's Canon? Canon. Oh, this isn't going to quite work. Let's bring the Canon above here. YouTube chat above the GoPro. God. Right, I'm going to leave it at that. Apologies, I'm having a play, I'm having a mess, I know. But there you go, you've got a good view of what's going on now. So, live view back, hopefully that makes it live. We shall see. So, I'm going to talk about today how to do a minifigure. Luke Skywalker, what we're going to have him do, we're going to have him jumping it. Why not? And you know what? I'll release this minifigure tomorrow as a build. So what I'm doing here is very small motions. I'm taking a picture straight after. And this will bring the whole set of legs to life. So if you have watched my previous stop motions, you will have seen I like them to sort of come to life as they get built. And this little rig I've made out of Lego is perfect for that. You can see I can turn it and I can build on it. It's got a bit of height to it. Right, just looking at the figure paint print, it actually looks really cool. I haven't So obviously all of this is completely new to me. I've obviously seen some stuff online, but I haven't really been looking at, if that makes sense. So as they land, I like to bend the body forward slightly, move the legs down, move the hands down. Sorry, move the body down, hands down. And then we just ease the knees out. So this movement here is a lot bigger than the last two movements we've done. And at this point, I'm going to stop the body movement. I'm also going to have a quick look at the focus. There. So about 2 weeks ago now, I picked up a new to me, so a second-hand camera, a Canon 600D, which I've started using for my stop motions. I'm on debate of whether to use it for the sets that the big sets I'm currently building or not. That's pretty cool. I should have left the GoPro on its bloody tripod. It would have looked a lot better. I'm just trying to look, see if there's anything I can do. Right, so as he stands up, he's going to have his head. Now, I'm going to put this in front of the GoPro and hope it focuses. So he's got a regular smile head and a really happy smile head. Don't know how well you can see that. But here goes. We're going to start with a regular smile head. And have it slipping on. There we go. And let's have him put his helmet on. So sometimes I just slide the accessories on. Other times I like to have them put their own helmets and stuff on. Especially seeing I've put his head on a bit of a wonk. It sort of makes sense. And then easing these out. So I don't know if you saw there very well. Just going to double check my photos quickly. Yep, they're coming out really well. So, what I was saying, easing these out. So, I don't know if you saw, but essentially he moved his arm, very small movements, and then very large movements in the middle, and then we just did small movements again towards the end. And it's the same with his helmet going on. You'll see it's quite a small-ish movement there, and then as it comes on, the last two movements, or three depending where we get to, will be fairly small. Let's do one more. And I'm just moving his hand ever so slightly, just to give that impression that he's popping his own helmet on. Welcome, welcome, whoever's just joined us. We're currently building Luke from bag 5. And I'm just doing the minifigure ready for the spin, which will be coming out in the next day or two. I'm hoping to get onto some of the actual build today. I ended up starting a bit late. Right, now, whoa, don't knock your camera, that's never a good thing. Obviously, Luke is going to have a lightsaber. So, my standard trickery of he's going to pull it out of his own bum. Feel free to say hi and chat along if you are watching. This, I'm not going to lie, making Lego stop motions is not the most exciting thing in the world, although I quite enjoy it. Right, What way up does the lightsaber go? I always have to double check this. There we go. Make sure he's straight. Oh, annoyingly, I've just realised he's slightly off centre. Oh well. Let's pull that back. That round one. One more. Just keep him there. And now let's easing these out again. So he's done some little movements, and this is gonna start being some bigger movements as he brings the lightsaber up. Then a small movement with a slight twist of his hand. Make sure he's keeping straight. And then I'm going to continue that twist on just for another one. So he's got it straight, and then boom, in goes his. Oops. This bit's always hard. I should have actually taken the lightsaber off him. So because he was moving, I'm going to just continue that twist slightly. And there we go. His lightsaber. A very cloudy one in this set. One more, and now what I'm going to do is have him. Oops, I might knock the GoPro here. Have him switch to his smiley face, which will then look really cool in the stop motion. Also, I've just noticed his visor is up. Right, what I'm going to do is take that picture. Now, you probably can't see this. Yep, so what happened there was the set moved a bit too much for my liking. There we go. So you can't tell really, but because you can't see what I'm doing on this computer screen. Essentially it moved just that little bit too much for what I like, and it's just messed up slightly. So essentially his face moved around slightly and his body moved around slightly, but I can't do too much about it, so I just took 2 pictures and changed it. Right, one extra, and then we're going to just have him do a little swing with his lightsaber, bringing it all the way up, and then a bit of an exaggerated pose here as he brings himself backwards, hopefully not getting too out of focus or losing too much into the light. And then let's do one more with a very tiny movement. And then he's going to swing. So this is a small movement to begin with, to start the swing. And then pretty much a very, very large swing. Just to give us that speed, and slow it down again a bit at the end. And then he's just going to continue a swing, but his body's going to come back upright. And he's going to bring that lightsaber back. As he stands up. And it's just going to stop just there. I'm sorry, I got a hiccup suddenly. Where is my drink? Oh, crud. I spilled a whole coffee. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, 2. Oh, I just spilled it again. Damn. Right, back in 2 minutes. I've just realised I've spilled coffee. I'm just going to get a towel. Right, and we're back. And drop the mic. It's going so well tonight. I'm so impressed. Right, now we're going to do the spin of Luke. So, if you can see on the GoPro, I have a very good little method of this. So this is a Lego medium motor. And the beauty with these is they have roughly about 26, 24-ish little, as you move it, just little points where they stop. And it works really well for the stop motion. So you probably can't tell very much on here. But it just connects in. There we go. Sorry, I'm focusing here. Right, as I come round on these spins, I normally do some sort of animation. And this one, we're going to have a spinning lightsaber. Which was probably a bad choice to start that way, based on the fact Luke has just come back to the view of the camera. So when I'm doing these, one thing I do is try to do everything in an order. So if you haven't sort of noticed by the sounds, I am moving the base, so the bit that Luke's spinning on, and then I'm moving the lightsaber, and then I'm taking a picture. And I find it personally really important when you're doing stop motion to keep a bit of an order to what you're doing. So if you're animating, say you've got 3 different Lego figures that you're animating at once, you want to move them every frame, you want to move them in order. So minifigure 1, minifigure 2, minifigure 3. And never change from that, because otherwise you forget what you're doing. And that's apparent in some of my stop motion. So my castle ones, for example, I'm spinning a water wheel. And I often did that at the end of everything I was doing. You get so excited by creating a sword fight or something like that. I'm just looking at that. You get so excited by the animation you're doing. Oh my god, his hands are stiff. You often forget to do something. So having an order in it, even having a check sheet, can really help. I don't know if I'll keep this bit in here, but this is going to be him raising his X-Wing out of the swamp, essentially. But this is actually going to be him building his X-Wing. So that is the Luke Skywalker minifigure. And he is pretty damn cool. I like him anyway. Oh, I can't believe I spilled coffee earlier. That's so annoying. Right, where are we looking now? Why is this slightly out of sync? Slightly to the left. It's just so annoying. I'm sort of thinking of this. I might potentially. Let's have a look. I'm just going to freeze it for a minute. Right, what I'm doing is I'm just having a little look back through. That's pretty cool. So I was just having a little look through, see how it looked. And here we have an R2-D2. Now, do we have a misprint is the question of it being absolutely perfect. That's what I want to know. You know what, this one is very wonky. Jesus. I don't know how well you can see that on there, but it is extremely. The headpiece is just on a proper wonk. And if you come around to the back, is it the back or the side? The side. It's like, look at that for a wonky line. Oh, you can't tell really on the picture, but trust me, it is horrendous. Yeah, there you go. I really wish they would somehow print these droids in a better way. Oh, it's when you always see it on Facebook groups and things where people are like, "Oh, I found a misprint. This one's got a really wonky head," and people are just like, "Nope, that's pretty much how it comes." Right, let's build R2. Everybody's favourite droid. Who's your favourite droid? Is it R2? If not, why not? I might do R2 again at some point. I've always struggled to do the droids in stop motion, actually. Yeah. So I'm going to be honest, I think tonight I'm not going to get to the actual X-Wing build. Oh my god, I've just realised something. Something really bad. Which will explain why everything looks a bit rubbish tonight. So I've actually just been away with the family and the camera came with me. Not to shoot Lego, unfortunately, but I've got a UV filter on the lens and I've just spotted it and I've just clicked. That is why everything looks a bit darker. There we go. And now R2's head. And let's make this a bit funny. Let's really point out that we have an absolutely awful print. Shame, because I'm not sure if this is a slightly different R2 or not. Honestly, I haven't had time to check anything out about this set, really. So this even these out, like I said about earlier. I'm actually doing it now as well. So that last couple of movements of his head were a lot more than the first couple on this last one. Oh, you apparently can't push him half down. Now something I am probably going to do, which I've seen other people do, is a small modification, and that is to add a couple of studs underneath R2 to hold him a bit higher out the X-Wing once it's built. Now I'm debating if there's any action I can do for R2. So I did BB-8 the other day, and I did head spinning, which you'll see in the video coming up in the next day or two. Oh, let's just get that focus correct again. We've got such a shallow depth of field at the moment. Probably need to change my settings slightly. Right, let's do something a bit fun with them. Let's see, make sure he's in focus. This is kind of a preview of what stop motion is coming, isn't it? I haven't really given much thought here to how much movement I should not have done. I'm just going to slow him up for the last bit. God knows how that's going to look. I might not use it. Sometimes I do these things and I hate it, and I very rarely redo anything, but sometimes I might just like have to spin instead. I wish I could make the heads turn better. Right. Obviously you can turn them, and you can put a stud in there, for example. Right. Drop the microphone. Right, how long have we been going? Must have been going an hour, and I've done 2 figures. This is absolutely horrendous going. Apologies if you were watching and expecting to see an X-Wing built at the end of today. Let's have a little look at the manual. Right, I'm thinking what I might do is actually stop here. Now, here we go. Let's talk about what we get. Let's get rid of the minifigure spinner because we don't need that anymore. So I was just saying, let's get rid of the minifigure spinner because we don't need that anymore. And let's have a look at what we get. So, I'm going to very precariously place this on here. He says it's not going to stand by itself. I'm going to put this back on its tripod. The joys of doing a video live, you can see all the mess that I have to get into to do anything. So here is the manual. Unimpressive. I'm not going to lie, it's one big manual. It's in a new style with the white front. I'm going to be honest, I like the black manuals, or the Falcon manual where it was ring bound. I mean, obviously that's a lot bigger. QR code, you can scan it and have a look. Some lovely information. Rites of passage for every Star Wars video fan. Yep. Look at this filming, how they actually filmed the X-Wings with the motion camera. This is something I'm very interested in at the moment because I want to try and do some flights with the various models I have. The designers, and then there's the set and everything that goes on it. I'll have a proper read of this. And saying that we're moving to sustainable packaging apart from the one you've got. We get an orange brick separator. Sorry. So a lot of my time before I make a stop motion is into the planning of how I'm going to make a stop motion. And that's whether do I build it or do I reverse build it. Now if you look, it's on its stand, and when we get to this point here, we actually get the bit that holds it to the stand, I believe. I'll have to go through the instructions, but that's where I'm going to start after I've built the stand. So that's going to be quite interesting. I'm actually going to turn the camera. Oh, whoa. Right, next gripe. They've done a great job to get rid of the stickers, and we have a plaque somewhere. I haven't seen my plaque yet, it must be in the box. We still have 4 stickers. Is that even 4 very horrible stickers? I hate stickers. But we shall endeavour. So look, they're going to build the back, which is going to counterweight it. Meanwhile, I'm going to build it in stop motion, and I'm going to build from the centre up. So it's going to be fun. Oh my god. I'm mad. I am actually mad, I think. I'm really tempted to build this one and then reverse build it. I take it apart. So here we go, bag 5. Yeah, there you go. So it's not in the box. This is what I was thinking I'd do today. I might just have a go. Where was the start of this? Jesus, I'm way too far. Sorry, I've got a decision on what to do here and whether to start building tonight or not. I think I will probably not build tonight. Let's have a look. Wow. I am having such amazing technical skills today. Remember just to take that lens off now before I start building. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. thank you very much for watching. I'm going to have a play with this and work out exactly how I'm going to build it. And we'll see you next time. I will live stream this soon and the minifigures will be up soon. So please see you soon.